the world is doomed. Or at least, that's usually the case when I'm about to talk about. Hi, my name is Anna Hussain. I'm in the Human Resource Program, and this is my presentation about my passion for video games. I've been a fan of video games ever since I was a kid, and there's a lot of different reasons why. For the sake of this presentation, I'm only going to focus on several specific reasons, however. My first reason is all the memories I have playing video games. And these memories can be anywhere as near as recent as earlier this week, playing online with my friends, to when I was a little kid and going over to a local Max and playing on arcade games, or going to a buddy's house and playing with them. And it's just all these great experiences I've had in games, like being surprised by this game's graphics, or plot twists, or being amazed at this game's mechanics. And game mechanics are both what you can do in a game as well as how you do them. And just all these great experiences I've had while playing them, like helping a friend overcome a difficult level or defeat a difficult boss. And whenever I couldn't do it, it was never my fault. It was always the game or the controller or something else. Never me. And it just... these great experiences that whenever I think about them, it all just makes me adore video games more and really just helps reiterate why I love them because of how much fun I had doing these. Another reason is a sense of accomplishment I get playing games. Like, when you play video games, you're actually playing it. Like, you're the one controlling the character. You're the one moving them, defeating the opponents, succeeding in the combos, solving the puzzles, what have you. So when you succeed in doing these things, when you beat a difficult boss or solve a difficult puzzle or defeat a game that was difficult from beginning to end, it really makes you feel like you accomplished something. It really makes you feel good, like I did that, I succeeded, and it makes you feel great about yourself and about the game itself because it makes it seem like the entire thing was worth it, like it was a great experience. I think that's actually one of the greatest advantages games have in general, is because you're actually interacting with the world and you're actually interacting with the media involved. So instead of just watching other people do things, you're doing it. So it really makes you feel great and a sense of accomplishment when you succeed. Another reason is, I think, is another of the greatest strengths that video games have in terms of media in general is the sense of immersion it gives you. Like, every form of media has its own strengths. Like, books are better at getting to characters' heads than anything else. And for video games, I think one of the greatest is immersion. Because when you play a video game, again, you're controlling the characters. You're the one moving them. You're the one making them attack or not. You're the one going to talk to different characters in the world. So when you play a game, and you can really get immersed in it. You can really feel like you're the one exploring this world. You're not just seeing it through the eyes of some other character that the story is focusing on. No, you get to experience it from your point of view because you're the one who gets to choose what the character is doing. So it really makes you feel like you're in this world. It can be great when you especially get to visit different worlds and places that you couldn't even dream of that exist in games, and it's just incredibly fun. Another reason is probably the sheer variety that video games have. And I don't just mean with the different types of games that exist. Like, there's a lot of different types. There's first-person shooters, there's horror games, there's fighting games, there's racing games, there's RPG games, which stands for role-playing games, which can even be divided even further into Eastern RPG games and Western RPG games. Eastern RPG games are about you being taking control of a certain group of characters and following the story and learning more about them, whereas Western RPG games are more about you creating your own character and then being launched into the world and being able to make your own choices and decisions, so your story is genuinely very unique. It's what you want to do, and that can actually completely change entire playthroughs because they can be completely different experiences by virtue of that. Or games that are like basically interactive movies, like the Uncharted series, which has, while it has no relation to it, it has been called very correctly the greatest Indiana Jones games ever because it has the same type of feel that movies do. You're a treasure hunter going after treasure and going again, and you have to fight against these other people who are also going after it and all the chaos that ensues therein. And then there's like the different game mechanics, as I mentioned earlier, in video games that can completely change an experience. And then there's all the different stories and different types of experience that you have in them, even in the same genre, that can completely change what you're doing, and it just gives an incredible amount of content that you can just experience, and it's It basically ensures that I'm basically never bored, especially since I have no real preference. It's really just what I feel like at the moment. Now, my last reason for why I love video games is probably the simplest as well as easy and most important. They're just fun. I just have a great time playing them, and that's it. Like, that's the main reason why I love video games so much. Whether I'm playing a horror game and getting terrified, or whether I'm playing an action game, or I'm pulling off these great combos, or a shooter and trying to get headshots, or whatever it's just so many great, so much fun experiences. Sorry, and I just love playing video games, and it's such a great experience, and I enjoy it so much, and that is easily the single greatest and main reason why I love playing video games. Yeah, well, sorry for nerding out at you all for the last little while. Thank you so much for watching my presentation. Goodbye.